Hopefully we can talk about. I mean, I've kept him on track, and we didn't talk about volcanoes once.
What does it go into in the streams?
Say that again.
Does he just go into random tangents during the stream?
Yeah. So it's
Oh
it's it's
jeez.
usually Andy. I blame Andy and him.
Oh no, you don't tell me that.
Alright, join.
Oh, I need to fart. Give me a second.
Oh, for God's sake. Yeah.
That was a
Will
loud
do.
fart, by the way. So I'm gonna mute myself. Because I've a wee bit more decency than yourself and Dan.
Alright. Find the password. Alright, one more, just 1, 2, 3,
Oh, wrong password. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, I was putting an S at the end. I was calling it Motive Streams. It's just Motive Stream.
Oh, maybe I did the same thing.
The dyslexic in me.
Oh, it's horrible. And
I probably would have put a space. You know, like with motive, then hit triangle for space and stream.
I mean, it's a
it's
password.
raining!
You don't really put
Why?
spaces in passwords. I told you I saw the raining symbol.
Yeah, but you know, that was during the
Okay,
tier
I'm in.
one.
Yeah. Alright, okay. Connect motive. How much do these servers cost? Oh,
What the
okay.
hell?
Not that bad.
That explains why we have. That explains why they constantly go tits up. Right, no worries.
Yeah.
Right, good luck, man.
Are we live?
See you.
Hurry up. Good evening, everybody. As we are watching, actually I can't see because it's been blocked by a message. We're watching Dash, just doing some donuts. As
You have to
I'm
do the
joined,
actual intro here.
as we are live from Silverstone watching the ACC GT3, and I am joined in the box by a first-time commentator who's stepping in with me to commentate on these. The Greek. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you doing yourself?
I'm doing good. I was just commentating on the tier 2s here at Silverstone in the dry, but these drivers are probably wishing that they were in that last race, as it looks like it's going to be wet all qualifying. I'm not sure if it'll be wet or dry during the race. Have you any experience in the GT3 cars?
Not on ACC. I've had a lot of experience on the GT3 cars and Project Cars too, but that's a completely different animal. On Project Cars 2, those cars drive completely different from ACC.
Yeah, well, these guys are the best of the best. They are in tier 1. But something that I have noted from the last race at tier 2 was that these Ferraris, as we're just watching DR Benji right now, these Ferraris are slow around Silverstone. DR Benji also said it in the chat earlier, so maybe he can find some speed.
With the raining conditions, it's definitely gonna be tricky. With already how the Ferraris are performing out Silverstone, I believe the rain is gonna make it that much more tougher for them.
Yeah, so hopefully him and his team of big brains are trying to get together a setup for him for the race, because they definitely know if it's going to be dry or wet during this race. As no one's set time yet.
I just hope it's going to be dry.
Do you know if it's going to be dry or not? As we're just hearing from our in-race reporter Ian, who is driving What car are
I'm
you
not
driving?
out to course yet. I'm in the McLaren.
Yeah, as we're just looking at him in his yellowish, goldish McLaren.
Yes, run DGC's colours.
Yeah, so as we have our first time put up in the Bentley. Now, I know from the last race that these Bentleys are strong. So lock and load putting it on pole, provisional pole with 2 minute 7. So I wonder that time's probably going to go down a few seconds as the race goes on. As we watch him, ooh,
Ooh,
that is a
who
nasty
just went off
spin.
track?
Um, oh, actually, sorry, I'm watching the wrong driver. That was Mantless.
A mantle shows.
Mantle, yeah, I was watching the completely wrong driver as the timing board is screwing with me again.
I was
What do we do
watching.
about that word? Come on.
I was
Oh no,
watching Dr. Benji.
I was talking
And I
to
just
G
saw
and he said that
Mantless.
that word is okay.
Alright, okay.
As now we're actually on board with lock and load in the Run DJC colours of the McLaren, and you can see those brake calipers are really heating up as we're just getting a few...
Sometimes that could be a visual glitch.
Oh well, it still looks beautiful, the fact that the brake
Oh, yeah.
discs are just heating up like that. You don't really see that on the F1 cars. I know they heat up a lot, but you don't get to see them anymore with the new rims. But we're just getting a few comments coming in from Morgan saying let's go Pink Panthers, and Ray Beans. Morgan saying our drivers G and Kurt. Oh right.
It's the same sponsor from the Ferrari Formula 1 team.
Yeah, I'm not really the best whenever it comes to names, so I'm going to probably screw up a few names during this. The Greek, I'm not sure if you're any better at names.
Nope.
So it's like the blind leading the blind here as Lock and Load pulls over. He's probably going to go back to the pits as he does. So we'll ride on board with this is an Aston Martin of Marty. I do love the Aston Martin. I do love the Aston Martin myself.
About 1 second off the pace.
Yeah, well, this qualifying has just gotten underway basically. These drivers coming round. Will he be able to set a faster lap time is the question. As he's coming around this final corner onto the pit straight, and no, he can't go any faster.
He does not improve.
As we watch Normac, yeah, that's it. He comes across but does not improve, sadly. Who should we ride on board with? Number 14 coming across. Kurt. Let's see if Kurt can do anything. Now, it is a running joke that if anything goes wrong, we blame Kurt. So, I blame Kurt for the weather as Kurt goes provisional 6th place. These drivers from 3rd down to 6th are covered by less than half a second. So, that's going to be some close fighting from the midfield.
It looks like the only G just went P2.
The only G sitting in that Mercedes AMG. The lovely silver AMG. Currently in the pits is Lock and Load.
0.3 of a second off.
Yeah, that is
pole lap.
We didn't see any Mercedes AMGs in the last one, as it looks like Lock and Load is just warming up his tyres. So just from your first thoughts, looking how close these drivers are qualifying in the rain and how fast they're qualifying in the rain, any expectations coming into this?
Well, it looks like the field is going to be really tight, so I think the top front runners we're going to have to look at is going to be Locked and Loaded, the only G, Marty Road Racing, and Normac. It looks like they're going to be a tight group that's going to be running up at the front.
Yeah, Greenwood coming across in the Audi.
Still
correct me if
set
I'm
time yet.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Greenwood raced in the last race as well.
He did. Our league coordinator, JPAM, has allowed a couple of the Tier 2 drivers to race in Tier 1 tonight.
Ah, okay, so Greenwood will have some experience with this track. Not in the rain though, so he's been thrown into the deep end here in the Audi.
I wonder how difficult.
Yeah, because he's gone from a dry race and he knows all the racing lines. He's just done a 30-minute race in the dry and now he's just been put into the wet.
Your braking points are going to be completely different in the time you turn in, so it's going to be hard to adjust right now.
Very much so, and as we quickly look at Marty, he does go faster, just under a second behind Lock and Load. As I believe Lock and Load has just started a flying lap. coming through the S's. We'll come back to him whenever he's closer to the end of his lap. Who will we go on board with? Number... Yeah, as Dash is coming through the last corner. I know Dash is fast in the GT3s, as he was racing in the Project Cars GT3s, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I know he has got pace in these GT3s, but he doesn't get to go any faster, staying in 10th place. As Chris Pisuk, I'm probably pronouncing that very wrong, comes across, does not set a lap time, so he's just doing a night lap in those Run DJC colours again. We have got quite a few of them. I'm not sure if I've seen any Pink Panthers tonight. Oh, and as I say that, Kurt is actually a Pink Panther, isn't he? So I'm just...
Indeed he is.
Muffling my words once again. But Dr. Benji, I think, has to be my favourite colour scheme, apart from the fact it's on a Ferrari and not a McLaren. So, running those Braun GP colours.
I have to agree with you. That's a very good color combination, but on the wrong car.
Yeah, that should only ever be on a McLaren, not a Ferrari. As actually Mantless goes third, beating out Marty Road Racing.
Wow, what a great lap time in the rain.
Yeah, that really was a good lap time. Lock and Load does seem to have this in the bag at the moment, as we're coming into the final 4 minutes of this qualifying. Will anyone be able to topple him? Actually, we'll go on board with the Only G. We know the Only G's fast. He holds a few world records on Project Cars 2 that go across from the PlayStation to the PC. So we know that this boy is fast in cars.
The only AMG out on the circuit.
Most of them are set in the Australian V8 supercars.
Well, I mean, a world record's a world record. You still need to be fast to set a world record. Of
course, yeah. He's got over 22 of them.
Yeah, as it seems that the rain has stopped, so there's still 3 minutes left. If they can come in and put on dry tyres, they might be able to go out and put a faster lap time on.
Here's the question, though. Will the track dry out on time and make a lane for them to drive?
Yeah, that's the big question. There are a lot of drivers out there that will need to come into the pits if they don't just teleport into the pit. That will dry up that line. So if they all just stay out and help each other, then they might be able to put on some soft tires and go faster. As we're just watching.
Maybe they might get one flying lap if they change tires right now.
Yeah, that would be I'd gamble on it if I was one of the drivers outside of the top 5. I would gamble on going on to soft tires as we're watching the Only G come across the line. Will he be able to go any faster?
Yes, he does. He does improve.
2 tenths between them. I wonder, will he be coming into the pits and quickly putting on softs just to take a nice gamble, as we're just watching Lock and Load in that lovely McLaren coming through the last few corners. Will he be able to set a faster lap time on these, I'm guessing, Inter tires? I'm not exactly sure what the tire compounds are on GT3 cars.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe you have a set of softs, hards, intermediates, and wets.
Yeah, so he's probably on intermediate setting this lap time. As he's slowing down, he's probably talking to his guys that run DJC. Or is he about to start a flying lap?
I believe he's starting a flying lap.
He's starting a flying lap, so he's not going to pit. In fact, he wouldn't even get out in time anyway if he did. So he's really gambling.
He's going to try one more shot at it.
Yeah, he's probably hoping that his tyres end up looking like the tyres from Hamilton's car at Turkey, where the Inters actually lost all their tread all the way down to the bone, basically.
And you had a nice slick tire. And he pulls off.
He pulls off to the side. So this gives the Only G. I wish there was an easy way. Oh, as he spins.
That just compromised his lap.
It did. He won't be able to get out again. So will Mantless be able to put in one more lap time? He will have time to do one more lap if he really wants to. So will he be able to overtake the Only G in qualifying, as the G won't be able to go out anymore? As Marty goes across the line. Whoa, that was a very good lap time from Marty.
So Marty retakes P3.
and Mantelis could not go any faster. Marty is going to have time to do one more lap. So these top, how many drivers is this? 6 drivers, all within a second of each other, going into the dry. But Lock and Load did set his fastest time on the wet as Marty comes to a halt. So yeah, Lock and Load set his fastest time in the wet. All these drivers are setting their times in the dry as Rakim comes across the line and can't do any better. I wonder, will Normac do any better? As I believe he's on a flying lap.
Yep, he's coming out of the S's right now.
Yeah, as our camera just pans across to him. So Greenwood and Normac are the only 2 drivers that are out on track setting a lap time, and MRO. I say that, and he's actually spun on the pit straight.
Hasn't set a lap time yet, so I'm guessing he's just gonna.
Yeah, he's probably just gonna go back to the pits. As we ride on board with Normac here, will he be able to set a faster time in the dry than any of the cars ahead of him?
It looks like Greenwood's gonna pull off, and he's not gonna finish his lap either. So it's gonna be just Normac coming over the line.
So all eyes currently on Normac. All the drivers are going to be out here looking at Normac coming across the F1 start line as we're coming into the final half of the track, basically.
The question here, can he improve?
That is the big question. He does look like he's flying, and his car does look planted in that lovely Aston Martin. As he's coming around this tricky... In the F1 cars, this corner is extremely tricky, especially if you're going side by side. And then this corner would be flat out as he comes across this corner and going onto the final straight down to the kind of hairpinny part of the track. I can't remember the name of it.
Heavy braking zone there.
Yeah.
Really easy to get just to lose the car and lose the back end going into that corner.
Yeah, as we're just watching him come around, will he be able to make up any time on the top runners to get any up the order? Will he? And
no, he cannot.
No, he does not. That is quite disappointing. And we'll be right back, as Assetto Corsa likes to have a hissy fit. So we will have to leave and be right back.